How can one message be for you equally relevant as for me, as to everyone, without being superficially or arbitrary or primitive? This is classical music. Hello, we are back to music. You will today come closer to music than you would ever have dreamed of. I welcome you if you're new. We do everything here to make you feel and love music as much as I do. Today we play der Müller und der Bach, which is a song by Schubert in the transcription of Liszt. It was one of the pieces that my teacher played, also has recorded. It's almost like a little bit secret, hidden treasure. So you imagine you enter the sound in a different material, like you imagine that you enter to something that is mysteriously in the dark, and you kind of try already to melt with the piano. So just these two bars is only tonality and the metrum, and this, what I say, is the materiality of the sound. And when you play this, you can already imagine the melody and the atmosphere and the expression of the song, but still, these two bars need to be completely pure and open to receive what is coming. And then maybe this is from far, and the melody will come from very close to us. And the left hand has the quint, like sol and re, for 7 times. So this interval, as the Ur-interval of music, it's the horn instruments from the back. Let's get into it part by part. The first impression that you get is the opening of something that you will discover, that you will receive, as if it's announcing something. Try to listen to this as if it is everything being said. And after that, it will be coming back. But as always in music, when something is coming back, we have already lived through it once, so it will never be the same. And also it will be in a variation. And let's today also not talk about the text, because you can read it if you like. But this music, this melody and this piece is so deeply speaking from itself, we don't need to translate the words of the singer, right? Also, maybe for today I try to not talk about the emotional impact, because this is what comes when you feel it. But here we have just this incredible simplicity of the melody being once in the right hand and then both hands share. I show you again. And when you listen to the first part several times, obviously you discover every time something more beautiful even and more astonishing. But already to just feel where is the melody opening and where is it closing the phrase, right? And then also to feel where is kind of the tension rising and where is it kind of expiration, or is it release, more release? The text seems to be so almost kitsch, and this could be kind of like a critical note. But if you leave the text on the side and you just listen to the music without even knowing the words, it is beyond. Here the music gets so far that it's even abstract, still meaningful, without even need to be translated. And for the second part, it's getting so much light into this world. When you have lived through this first part in Sol minor and it was maybe almost night, and then the second part is just possible because of the first part. So let's try this again. Okay. Enjoy! You can search for how to sculpture the melody so it will be not completely independent, because it's so well integrated in all the harmony notes, but it will be still more intense, more, getting through, but without marking it like okay, this is the important melody. Just that's again a question of how you listen to the melody while you're playing. With this changing of Sol minor to Sol major and back to Sol minor, already you just feel instantly what is feeling lighter, what is feeling more relief, what is feeling more serious or more dark. Because when we say major is always happy and minor is always sad, we banalize it very much. It's making it quite primitive. But obviously, this is just our Occidental trained ear that correspond to major and minor in this way. But I wish you wouldn't even say what different effect it has, but just kind of listen and answer within yourself. also when we believe that the future artist will be AI, he or she or it will not know what or how to react to major tonality, minor tonality. So it will mix this kind of cards. In the best result, we might actually finally let go of this kind of society created concepts of what is happy, what is sad, what love supposed to mean. So in the best result, it might mean that we almost can give new birth to music. I mean, not AI, but the musician, and maybe to let go of all the old conceptualized meaning of what supposed to be emotionally reacted to in what way, but really free ourselves from all this learned and educationally, pedagogically trained way of listening, but really invent our perception for music new, and then also play differently, right? So in the worst case, of course, AI will just play and it will be just notes without any meaning at all and without any connection. Because connecting already one part in relationship to the next part was what we are just trying to do in the form of listening, and to connect in between one part how each phrase is interconnected, how each note in the phrase is interconnected, how each motive is corresponding to another or even correlated again. If we work until the very smallest detail and in every parameter we try to really make it correlated. You know, like the snowflakes, when you look at them in a microscope, you can recognize that each snowflake has the most beautiful form and abstract kind of most logical construct. So you have surely recognized the melody in this variation. And after that we have again this switching between major and minor, which if you want is almost like symbolic for every opposite contrast, right? We want now to have like a very long, it's not au revoir, it's really adieu in sol minor. So the very last part. Fireworks are apparently coming. This is very much remembering of the Lied by Schubert. know this piece when it's all about taking not the car or the train or the plane, but actually the horses out and get into traveling. Traveling meant almost change your life, right? Because it was so difficult to travel. And just when it's so sad, the ending, but there's already a little bit of this energy that you have when you're preparing to go somewhere else, in a new place, begin a new chapter, whatever it means. And it doesn't take away the seriousness of this long ending, but there is kind of new beginning that is very special in this last part. So yeah, you have the first part, and what we said is very dark and very serious beginning. Then you have already changed to Sol major with a little middle part that is giving you new fresh air, and then you have the variation on a theme, and you have again switching from minor to major in the same tonality, but always what will it actually be. And then you have this very long farewell, where is already kind of a little plan to start something new. Now we have to bring the parts together, to put them in relationship one to another and interconnect, of course, and meld them together. We want to stay as faithful as possible to music and what music could mean for you and for all of us. If we always listen very open and fresh and ready to receive everything we can get from it. And then it's also about creating your personal relationship when you listen. Thank you very much if you are following me. If not, don't forget to follow. Please subscribe. Press abonnieren just here. It's a button, abonnieren in German or subscribe in English. And you just press this button. It's totally for free and it helps the algorithm to show my videos. So please help me with this. Comment, like, whatever you feel. I answer every question you have personally, and I hope we see us very soon. And this is such a beautiful song and it is such a beautiful transcription by Liszt. I hope you like this piece even if it's very intense. Yeah, much more intense than we are used to music today. Yeah. Nothing about this is arbitrary. So that's why I believe in the power of classical music.